Hey guys, this is Bottles and I'm back with more of the Sonic Retrospective, and today I'll be talking about Sonic 2, again, like yesterday, for both the Genesis and the Master System. So, the Genesis version is amazing. Like, it is a sequel done right. It's a prime example of a sequel done right. It took everything that Sonic 1 did and made it better. If there's any complaint that I have about Sonic 2, it's that I feel like it's like way too long. Like, I think there's like 14 stages. I could be wrong, but there's definitely more than 10 stages in this game, and like having to survive off of that is actually really hard. Like honestly, in my best playthrough, I've made it to Death Egg Zone, and let me tell you how hard Death Egg Zone is, because literally it's impossible. It expects you to beat two bosses without any rings, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, seriously? And I know, like, last time when I was praising Sonic 1 for doing that for every boss, here's the thing. Like, I don't know. Like, maybe I'm being hypocritical because it's like, oh, you're making me fight two bosses in a row. Maybe it's because of that, honestly. It's making me fight two bosses in a row instead of just one boss. Like, I think I'd be fine if it was like, you know, I get to fight Mecha Sonic or Silver Sonic or whatever the fuck you want to call him. And then, with like no rings, and then like maybe give me like 3 rings to go fight the Eggman robot. Which takes 16 hits, by the way, so it might as well be 3 bosses, or I think it takes 16. It's either 12 or 16. But that's basically akin to like 3 bosses, you know. So it feels like too much of a survival fest, honestly. And special stages in this game definitely got better. It definitely got better with running through the tube, and it looked pretty cool. It looked pretty 3D. Would not recommend it doing it with Sonic and Tails, though, because Tails will fuck you up. Yeah, Tails gives you more opportunity to collect more rings, but honestly, he's more hurtful than good with, like, the 1 second delay that he has with moving with you. It's just asking to, like, run into bombs. Like, it's pretty bad. But honestly, like, the gameplay is way more solid. Like, it was already solid in Sonic 1, but they fucking perfected it in Sonic 2. Like, it was amazing. And this game definitely had, like, some of the best zones, too. Like, it took you for a ride. Like, one of my favorite zones will always be Mystic Cave Zone, because it just looks so pretty. Like, the dark greens, and, like, I always love, like, the mystical cave aesthetic. Like, when you go into, like, a cave and it just, like, shines with the jewels that are, like, embedded into the walls of the cave. I always was enamored by, like, backgrounds like that. And the music in that stage is also, like, my favorite in the entire Sonic, like, classic Sonic series. Like, that bass is very sweet, and I really love it. I could talk for hours about Mystic Cave Zone and just how much I love it, except for that one spike pit that can even kill Supersonics. So anyway. So yeah, I played Sonic 2 a lot when I was little, for the Genesis. I used to do the Assured glitch a lot, because I always thought that was like the weirdest thing in the fucking world. It's like, I can turn Sonic green? That's fucking weird. I love it. And then I made a whole YouTube channel based off of it, and I regret every single second of it, but whatever. Basically, it came up with good jokes, like, between us now, like, when we did the Assure Says thing, for April Fool's Day. Like, I liked that. That was pretty good. So, yeah, I think that's all I really gotta say about Sonic 2. Oh, I also like how the bosses were at the end of Act 2 this time. I really felt like that kind of sped up the game, and it kind of made the stages not overstay their welcome. And even by a technical standpoint, it allowed them to put more stages into the game. So Sonic 2 for the Master System definitely does not hold a stick to Sonic 1 for the Master System. Like, it's still good, but I gotta say I was a bit more reluctant to play this game again, because I played 2 playthroughs of both games, one getting the bad ending, one getting the ending with all the Chaos Emeralds. I was definitely more reluctant with getting the good ending to Sonic 2 than I was with Sonic 1. Mostly because, for one thing, it's not as long. Like, it's not 14 stages long. I think it's still like 6. I mean, I could be wrong. I could be entirely wrong. I wasn't counting. Maybe it was like 10 stages. I don't know. It just kind of felt like the stages dragged sometimes. Like, they were way too long. I mean, they adopted the 3-act system, I believe. It was like 2 acts and then a boss, like the first game. But like sometimes the lead up to the bosses was actually harder than the boss itself. And even then, like, some of the bosses you had to like figure out what you needed to do just to beat them. And again, they didn't give you any rings for this game for the bosses. So like at the same time of trying to figure out what to do for the bosses, you die. Like, you legitimately die. And I don't know if I would call this a criticism, because I honestly don't know how I feel about it. You never actually fight Robotnik in this game, which I thought was really weird. Like, he's not even the final boss, I believe. Like, I could be wrong about that. Like, I could honestly be super wrong about that. And, but I don't recall a time where I fought Robotnik in this game. Like, maybe he was the final boss when you get all the Chaos Emeralds, but not getting all the Chaos Emeralds, the final boss is, Metal Sonic, or Silver Sonic. But I felt like it was kind of weird, because, like, I'm kind of used to the thing where you, like, get to the end of the stage and you fight Robotnik and then you move on. This time it was just, like, a bunch of, like, robot animals, and it was kind of weird. Getting Chaos Emeralds was the same way, you know, as the first Master System game where you have to find them. Though it kind of screwed me up when I tried to get the 6th one. Oh, this is another Sonic game with 6 Chaos Emeralds, which is something that'll go as a theme for the Master System and Game Gear games on it, like, weirdly enough. Like, Sonic 2 for the Genesis added the 7th Chaos Emerald, which allowed you to become Super Sonic, which was fucking awesome. But for some reason, the Game Gear games and the Master System games really like the 6 Emerald system. I don't know. I mean, it's nice, but, like, a lot of the Game Gear games do this thing where it's like, you get, like, there's 6 Chaos Emeralds in the entire game, but when it comes to obtaining them, you get 5 of them, and then the last one you get from the final boss, which I thought was a little strange. Like, it kind of throws you for a loop, because you're like, I was in the last stage, like, for, like, an hour looking for the last Chaos Emerald, and I just, no matter where I went, I just couldn't find it. And it was just, like, where the fuck is this Chaos Emerald? Until I actually, like, looked it up, and it told me that you get the final Chaos Emerald from the Silver Sonic boss, and I was like, really? Like, what? I mean, I guess I should have known that from, you know, playing my first time around without getting any Chaos Emeralds. But, like, it's not like you get an indicator, like, Sonic got a Chaos Emerald, you know? Like, so it was just a little jarring to me. And even then, like, it's, with Sonic 2, I kind of expected there to be 7 as well, because, you know, every game following Sonic 1 had 7 Chaos Emeralds. So, it was just a little weird. Sonic 2, I'm definitely not as fond of as Sonic 1, at least when it comes to the Master System versions. When it comes to the Genesis version, the second one definitely beats out the first one. So, I guess that'll be all for today. I'll see you tomorrow with Sonic 3. Oh no, not Sonic 3. Sonic CD and Knuckles Chaotix. We'll see you there.